Hi, I'm Philip Law of the Winning Formula Limited, and today I'm going to explain a little bit more about how my retainers work. So I'm going to cover off three things. So first of all, what is the retainer? Number two, who they are for. And number three, we're going to go over some pros and cons of the service. So what is it, first of all? So think of it a little bit like a Netflix subscription, in that you're subscribing to receive a service. Just like Netflix, if you, for example, are subscribed to Netflix but choose not to watch anything for that month, they will still charge you anyway. It's exactly the same way with me. For my particular retainers, my minimum subscription, if you like, is 1 day per month. Now, what that means is you get access to that single day spread over a month. So it's not 1 day a month, it is 1 day's worth of work spread over a month. So it could be 2 hours 1 week, 3 hours the next, an hour somewhere else further down the line. So in a nutshell, that's how the retainer works. So now let's look at who they are for. So why would you take someone on a retainer, whether that's me or indeed anyone else? So retainers are typically beneficial primarily for small to medium businesses. And these are the businesses that they know they've got work coming in, but they don't necessarily know when it is during the course of a month, how much there is. They know they're going to need some help, and they don't know what to do. And so having someone on their books on a retainer system can really help, because they know that as soon as it comes in, they can farm it out and get that work done very quickly, swiftly and easily. The businesses that tend to use me on a retainer tend to be businesses that need a bit of help in lots of different areas of marketing and also haven't got the budget to hire someone specifically for each role. So they want someone who, in my case, have got over 20 years of marketing experience and could hit the ground running in most disciplines and know how to do things, usually on a very hands-on kind of role. So now let's look at the pros and cons of a retainer. So let's deal with the negatives first. So the negative is, of course, you could be paying a retainer and not have enough work to justify using me for a particular month. And yep, I'm afraid that's the risk you take. That's your demonstration of a commitment to me, and me also demonstrating to you that I'm going to put those hours aside and be ready to work for you when the work comes in. The second thing I can think of, perhaps as a negative, is I would say probably if you have more than 5 days of retainer per month with me, then you probably really need to start thinking about either whether you need to hire a full-time or a part-time person for that role directly, or perhaps engaging me on a contract day rate where I am blocked out specifically to work for you during a set hours as you wish. So now let's deal with some positives. So positive number one is knowing that you've got the capacity there put by aside. So whenever something comes in, you haven't got time to deal with it, or you're not sure, or whatever it is, you can put it straight out to me and you can be assured that the job will be done. Number two, saving on hiring costs. So if you haven't got enough work to justify hiring someone on full-time or part-time, because you know there's work there but you don't know when it's going to come in, it's a bit erratic, etc., then you don't have to worry about hiring anyone or having that long-term commitment with a long-term hire. In terms of cancelling, I typically operate on a rolling 30 days notice period on either side. So if you want to, it's very, very easy to try me out. And if you don't like me, it's just a 30-day notice period, and that's not a problem at all. And incidentally, during that 30-day notice period, I still do work for you during that notice period, so that's no problem at all whatsoever. Number three, I provide all of my own equipment. So all the IT equipment I provide. You don't have to make any investments in computer software, laptops, or anything like that, unless, of course, you want to. If there's a specific reason why I need to use your IT infrastructure in order to act as a network share or something somewhere in your office, then of course that's not a problem. I can do that, and I've worked that way before. But generally speaking, I prefer to use my own equipment, and that includes software as well as hardware. So in a nutshell, that's pretty much how a retainer works. You've got the benefit of knowing that there's capacity there whenever you need it, and also the relatively risk-free aspect of just having a rolling 30 days notice period should you wish to cancel at any particular moment in time. If you'd like to find out more about me or have any questions around how a retainer might benefit your business, or indeed to find out whether it might be the right thing for your business, you should find some contact details appearing on the screen now and also at the end of this video. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.